Hey guys, this is my 3-week on tea update. As far as changes, my voice is a little bit lower than it was. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. Still feel like I got a golf ball in my throat that I'm having to talk around. Still very dry throat and mouth, just thirsty all the time. First part of this past week, I started having a little bit of pain right through here on either side of my jaw, and I think maybe that's associated with my facial structure changing a little bit, kind of shifting. Jason has said in the past couple of days that my jaw, my jawline from the side profile is looking a little more square. I've always had a very, very oval jaw, so that's cool. I welcome that change. Acne really showed up about a week ago, I guess. I've always been one to have a pimple here and there anyway, but I notice now I have a lot more pimples a lot more of the time. So yeah, dealing with that as we all do. It could be a lot worse, so I'm not going to complain too much about it. As far as skincare goes, I use Panoxyl 9 facial soap every other day. And then on the opposite days, I use Stridex pads. The Panoxyl 9, if you want to use it, you can get store brand. I got mine at Kroger. It's a very, very good product, but I recommend you only use it like every other day because it is it's very strong and it dries your skin out really bad if you use it too often. I did find that out the hard way. I was using it daily at first, and I felt like my skin was chapped and I was real dry and kind of flaky, so I cut back on that. Every other day seems to be working really well. And like I said, the Stridex pads I use on the opposite days just to kind of, hit my pimples and my little zit, kind of, speed it up, dry them out a little more. So yeah, that regimen seems to be working really well. It dries them out and they're gone in a couple of days. Could be worse. I'm not going to complain anymore about that. Facial hair. My mustache is getting much thicker. The hair is coming in more coarse. And what was blonde before is starting to come in darker. I kind of had like a corner stash pre-T here on either side, but that is definitely moving on up to here. I'm shaving that probably twice a week, just because it's kind of scraggly and doesn't look all that great yet. Not really anything going on with sideburns or any other facial hair through here. I have noticed that I'm getting a neck beard. Pre-T, I had probably 5 or 10 hairs that I would pluck because they would come in black and coarse, and they would, if you were really close to me, they'd be noticeable. So I would pluck those. I'm not doing that so much anymore because those 5 or 10 hairs have turned into about 50, and I'm not trying to promote any kind of neck beard growth because I'm not a big fan of neck beards, especially when there's nothing going on through here. So rather than pluck or shave with a straight razor, I'm just kind of buzzing my neck once or twice a week just to keep those at bay so they're not as noticeable. The only other hair issue that I've noticed so far has been my eyebrows. My father's eyebrows have a tendency to get really long, and when the wind's blowing, they're kind of waving at you. Not a fan of that either. But I've noticed that I have a few on either side that are starting to do that. So I've been trimming those up with scissors. That's really it as far as hair growth is concerned. I haven't really noticed anything anywhere else. You know, nothing that I didn't have pre-T. I've always had a happy trail since I was like 13 years old, that comes up past my navel towards my chest. So that's always been there. That hasn't really changed or gotten thicker. You know, as far as arms and legs, my hair seems to be about the same. So that's it for hair growth. Been going to the gym 5 days a week. I hate cardio. I don't know anybody that really likes it, but I absolutely despise it. It's my least favorite thing. But we do it because it's necessary. We kind of change it up, you know, 30 minutes on the bike one day, the treadmill. You know, we just kind of move around. But as far as weight training, that's going really well, and I'm really psyched about weight training at the gym. When I was a teenager, I was always, you know, a buff kind of kid, very athletic, and, you know, sporty shape as far as my body was concerned. I was always very active. As an adult, I've gotten extremely fluffy through the years because I'm not really active. I don't do sports anymore. You know, having multiple jobs for so many years just kind of got me out of that whole athletic lifestyle. So, yeah, I've gotten quite fluffy. And, you know, it's early in the game, but I'm trying to turn my fluff back into buff. It's going to take some time. But as far as weight training, now as opposed to pre-T, I can lift more weight and do more reps without getting tired. I definitely feel like my energy level's up. I feel stronger. And I have noticed some, you know, some change in muscle. You know, I feel a lot harder in my muscles now, and that's, you know, arms and legs. I'm not going to be one of these guys who only works their upper body because I just think that's ridiculous. So yeah, you know, we're doing whole body workouts, and yeah, I'm just stoked for that. It's going quite well. My mood and attitude, you know, have just been so much better the past 3 weeks. Very positive outlook. You know, things just aren't really bothering me anymore. So yeah, that's really good. As far as downstairs, we all know what goes on down there. And just, you know, more of the same. Nothing negative, all positive. You know, couldn't be happier where that's concerned. Sex drive is still really high. Jason is ecstatic about that. So yeah, no complaints in that department. And as far as changes, I guess that's pretty much it. So yeah, that's my 3-week on T update. It's Friday. I hope everybody has a really good weekend and stay safe. I'll be catching up with some of you guys and sending you some messages. You know, the ones of you that I kind of keep in contact with on the regular. But yeah, we'll catch up, and we'll talk to y'all again soon.